My mom always tells me this story when they first moved to America because they didn't speak the language or anything, and they were like waiting for someone to pick them up outside of like a store. And it's like, it's always a really sad story to me that they didn't speak the language, they didn't have a car, and they just were in the country trying to figure it out. So that's usually the big one for me. She always tells me, she's like, we were in front of a store, it was getting dark, and I was scared. And so it's like, that one's like always a rough one because they came to America for us. So we grew up really poor, like like pretty much poverty. Um, so my dad used to work multiple jobs to keep us afloat. My mom was like a homemaker. Her job was to keep us alive, essentially. Um, so it was interesting. Like, it was an interesting childhood. My dad, I didn't really see him much growing up, so that creates its own issues. You end up not having a good relationship with them. Um, but literally everything they did was to get me here. I made it through high school, made it to college, didn't do well my first time. I ended up floundering for a little bit. I ended up just working for a couple years and trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I went back to community college, and it finally clicked that the only thing that I felt challenged by was like hands-on stuff and like math. And that kind of triggered the, what can I do with this that is good for me and will prevent the life that I grew up in. And that's essentially engineering. So that's essentially my story. My dad unfortunately passed away in March 2020. So not yeah. It's okay. I mean, it was time, but you just missed it, just by a couple years. But that's okay. I saw my mom, and I like try to shower her with whatever I can get. Like if I win stuff on campus, I'm like, I got you a shirt. um, but yeah, so, and here I am. My parents were like rural farmers in India. They didn't have running water. They didn't have electricity. Uh, they moved here a year prior to me being born. So it's like absolutely crazy to think about that it wasn't that long ago that they lived somewhere that they didn't have what we have here, what we take for granted every day. Um, but my senior design project, as you know, was a Titan sat, and I like to say, like, literally, my parents were rural farmers in India, and I'm building a satellite. Like, the divide between our worlds is insane. It's like, how do you bridge that? Sometimes, I've been trying to look into how I can utilize engineering for either, obviously, like the medical field I'm really interested in, due to I want to help people. Like, I don't enjoy seeing people suffer. I'd love to be able to use engineering to better people's health and all that. But I've also been considering looking into like how to improve farming capabilities because I have a lot of family that are still in India that are farmers, and they're also still like they still struggle a little bit there. So it'd be really cool to be able to utilize what I've learned here to be able to help them. Um, so yeah, that's kind of my story. Yeah, it's been a tough college career here. Like, I don't know how I managed, honestly. Like, if it wasn't for my friends Chris and like Josh and everybody, like, I I don't think I would have made it out of engineering. I just would have been like, okay, I guess I'm not passing these classes because it's just too much by yourself. Um, I guess the concept of like it takes a village to like it kicks in here as well. Because they honestly were like my um what's the word, like, they were my support system while I was here. I'd always be like, this is ridiculous, like, I don't understand what's going on. They'd be like, no, it's not that hard, like, let's talk about it. And I was like, okay. And they're always so supportive. Like, everybody I'm surrounded with is always so thrilled. Like, all of my friends and I, like, anytime someone succeeds, it's like everybody cheers. Like, it's never, oh, I should have gotten that, or like, oh, I should have done better. It's always like, we're always so happy for each other because their success is our success. Like, it's not a competition at the end of the day. I find that being at Cal State Fullerton, I think it's the community that a lot of people grew up in. Maybe not everybody was well off, And you can kind of feel that where everybody's so generous all the time, like whether it be their time or their help. And that's kind of like you're a product of your environment, right? Like if you grow up not well off, you're taught like you give, you don't take. And I think that's something you see in the students. And I think that's like a really great community we have here.